What up, T Squad? It's me, Keisha, and I'm here with this week's Auntie on Shane Married to Medicine Season 4, Episode 2 review. So, this week's episode starts off with Lisa Nicole at her offices checking the numbers on her businesses. But I just found out that little makeshift ass clothing design store that she had has been closed because wasn't nobody buying that old Nancy Kerrigan fashion she was trying to serve. Um, Dr. Simone busy with Dr. Jackie at her office, and Dr. Simone brings up Quad and says, I think I struck a nerve, girl, because she said she was going to rip my face off. So she feels that Quad thinks that she has forever to have a baby and wants to talk to her in person about it. And I was like, yeah, girl, you need to, because you was out of fucking line. Especially with you being her doctor. You had no right or business bringing it up in front of a room full of people. So Lisa Nicole is talking to her children, and her son is like her fucking mini-me. That little boy looks exactly like fucking Lisa Nicole. He is a handsome ass boy version of her. He looked like a little Don Juan. He is just so cute. So she says she raises her own kids, but it's blessed to have a nanny. And if you can afford one, she encourages you to have one. And I'm like, shit, girl, I agree. Shit. Do what you do. So Quad is getting sick of her brother and his fat ass wife, baby mama, and they little badass baby. Fucking up her house. They nasty as fuck, leaving clothes in the wash machine, food and shit everywhere. And she wishes that her brother would have been more like her as far as school is concerned. He dropped out. I guess he goes from job to job or whatever. And so she's trying to teach his baby mama how to cook. The bitch don't know how to cook, but she sure know how to fuck to eat. And Quiet is like, how the fuck this bitch get so fat and don't know how to cook shit? And I'm just like, girl, get these coolest motherfuckers out your goddamn house. And I really feel like Quad invited them people to come stay with her for a storyline this season and to deflect away from her not wanting to have a fucking child. Then we're introduced to the new wife, Janice, the new housewife on Medicine Wives or whatever, Married to Medicine. Her name is Janice. Beautiful woman. I love her short haircut. You know I'm a short haircut type of girl. She was serving us casket ready face, honey. I mean, that face was beat, laid down, but it was a little bit flat in the foundation area. It was a little bit too light. She needed some warmth added to her face. But other than overall, I thought that she was very pretty. Janice don't like Heavenly. Nobody does. Heavenly met her and asked her within like the first 3 minutes of meeting her what she does for a living. And Janice is like, I work at the office, with my husband. And she says, and Heavenly says, oh, you work for him. And her husband was like, no, she works with me. We work together. And Janice and her husband have 6 kids with one another, 4 of which are by him, 2 by her. And Heavenly says, oh, so does your kid's mother allow you to have full custody of the kids? And he was like, no. He was very uncomfortable for him. He was like, my ex-wife is deceased. And Heavenly looks stupid once again. And she was way out of line asking such a personal question after just meeting these people after a minute or so. She's just so uncouth and just so, I cannot stand Heavenly. She always want to call somebody insecure. She's the most insecure woman on this damn television show. Janice says Heavenly is very insecure, and Toya says Heavenly will be labeled a mean girl if she don't stop with her antics and always coming at people, sideways, which she needs to stop. Like, I don't know what the fuck is wrong with Heavenly. Like, it's cute and funny the little shit that she say, but at the same token, she just goes way too far, and her mouth gonna get her punched in her shit. She's one of them people I feel like was bullied her whole life, and now that she's an adult and learned how to read and has learned how to stick up for herself, she is just taking the shit way too fucking far. And she's very insecure with herself, where I feel like with her looks, with her marriage, with her husband. I feel like she's just insecure all over, and it just reads through her demeanor. And that's why she always tries to deflect it off and saying other women are insecure when it comes to her, when ain't nobody insecure when it comes to no goddamn Heavenly or Oompa Loompa shaped ass. So Simone and Quiet meet to talk, and Quiet wants to know why Simone came at her so hard. Simone says, your time is ticking, and wants her to know the severity of the situation as far as her having having a child, and that she wants her to take it seriously. And Quiet says, well, when did I ever say that I didn't take it seriously? I know what I want to do. I know what I want to do with my life. I want my coins to be in check before I decide to have a baby. And Simone says, you're acting like a single woman. You have a husband. Very valid point, Simone. I give you 100% kudos for that point. I do feel like Quad is using these using her wanting to stack her money as an excuse not to have a child with Greg. I don't think she wants to have children, period. I think them dogs are her motherfucking kids, and this is as far as she wants to go as far as having children. I think she does not want to have children, and I think that she lied to that man to get him to marry her by saying that she wanted to have children and all these things, which she knew damn well she didn't, because Quad was looking for a fucking come up through Gregory. So Quad says, that a man can decide to leave you at any point, and she don't want to be left trying to figure out what she gonna do with herself with a fucking baby, which is very well true. A man can leave you any day, and you should have your own coins and your money, but at the same time, you are married to a man who desperately wants to have fucking children, and you are 35 years old, 35, 36, however old you are. And at this point, time is a ticking. So if you're gonna get this man a kid, you need to start working on that. Or if you don't want to have children, you need to let that man the fuck know, so he can decide whether or not he wants to stay in this marriage with your ass. So Simone suggests she talk to Gregory about it, and Quad agrees. And Quad says she feels underappreciated by her family. Simone reminds her, your husband comes first, not your family, girl. And I don't really feel like she feels that Quad feels like she's underappreciated by her family. Like I said, I feel like this is a part of her storyline, having her brother and that big bitch come stay with her. So Mariah is back, honey. Miss Mariah is back, and I am loving it. She's my favorite person on this show. Mariah got a cast on her broken foot, and she called it Big Heavenly. Bitch, you're wrong for that. So Lisa comes over to visit. Remember, them two heifers had beef season 2 when Lisa joined the cast, but now they're trying to mend fences or whatever. So, and I also feel like Lisa needs allies, because she realizes that the people that she were aligned with season 2 and season 3 are fake as fuck and not featuring her no more, and she's becoming a target. So she's trying to align herself with someone else who is the target, which is Mariah. She tells Mariah about wanting to have another baby, and that Toya came for her, real shady at her little, reveal party. And Mariah says Toya is oblivious to things that she says, and that she's consistent with what she says and the statements that she makes, and that Toya is a messy, tacky bitch, but that she doesn't mean any harm. And I believe Toya understands everything that she says. Do I think Toya has dumb moments? Yes, but Toya knows everything that she fucking says on this show, and she is a messy, tacky, pony-haired bitch. So Mariah is ready to move forward, and she's gonna have a come to Jesus dinner with everybody to mend fences. Toya calls Heavenly about Mariah's invite and says she's very iffy about Mariah, because you know how things have gone between them in the past, and when they last saw each other, Mariah was going off on her. And Toya tells Heavenly that Janice had her feeling really iffy, but that she'll talk to her about that on the way to the party. Now, Toya, you're doing too much already this season. You're the shit starter this season. I see you're the person that gets everybody riled up to have beef, and I need you to sit you and your old greasy, musty ass the fuck somewhere down and worry about them motherfucking IRS taxes and shit that your ass owe, while you sitting up on her trying to be fucking messy. So Simone wants to reach out to her father, who is an alcoholic and an addict, and he's been in and out of her life, in and out of jail. And I'm like, I really feel like she should try to, mend fences with her father and, get their relationship back on track. Simone says that she has been, that there has been a breakdown between her and Mariah's friendship ever since the last season or whatever. And I hope they can get it together. Quad is hesitant about going to Mariah's house and hopes that Mariah put her game pieces away and is ready to move forward. I just don't understand why everybody hates Mariah so much. But I understand why. Because y'all are all jealous of Mariah. Y'all mad because she's the executive producer on this show. Y'all mad that whether she gets camera time or not, she's still getting a motherfucking check. Y'all mad that whether she's on this show, she will continue to get a check. You're mad that she's the EP. You mad that she's the richest one out of all of y'all hoes, and that her and her Indian ass husband stay getting the coin. Y'all just mad and pressed by this woman, because y'all have done the worst shit to each other without her being on the show. Quad and Lisa done fought, cutting faces and shit. The police been called, police reports and shit. Quad has accused his girl husband of being gay. Shit, other shit didn't happen between other cast members, but y'all can be in the same room with each other. But then when it comes to Mariah, y'all want to act like she's the fucking devil. She ain't did no worse than the rest of you hoes on this goddamn show. And I just feel like they just some hating ass bitches, and they mad and they pressed because Mariah stays the fuck winning. Be mad, be pressed. And I feel like the way that they treated her last season was fucked up. Can you imagine being a woman carrying twin babies and losing your damn twin babies, I believe, at 6-7 months into it? That ain't just no regular miscarriage, with 2, 3 months into it. Them babies was damn near fully banked. And she fucking miscarried not one, but 2 babies. Do you know the impact that had on her family, her husband, her children, her emotionally as a woman? And y'all acting like y'all could give 2 fucks about how that woman felt last season. Y'all didn't have no sympathy, no compassion. Fuck all that little petty shit y'all was arguing about on this show. It was never that fucking deep. But y'all, there was some real shit. Nobody called that woman. Nobody went to see her. Y'all was fucking wrong and dead wrong as fucking hell. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. So Quad tells Gregory that she needs emotional support from him, and he thinks it's more about communication and willing to compromise. She thinks that she does compromise. He says, I think that you do, but you really don't. And that he thought that by now they would have a baby, and that the fact that she invited her brother and his baby mama and that baby to live there and didn't ask him was fucked up, which I really the fuck agree about. Like, how you going to invite the whole family to come live in the house with you and your husband? You don't even consult this man about it, which lets me know the respect level that you have for your fucking husband. And like I said, she's deflecting, trying to take the deflection off her not wanting to have a baby by continuing to pile on work, family, and all this other shit to keep herself removed on the bigger issue of not wanting to have a fucking baby with this man. Quad says she probably should have asked him. No, bitch, you should have asked him. Ain't no probably the fuck too, because you would have had a fucking fit if he would have invited his family over there to stay with y'all and he didn't ask you. So she says, you want a baby, but you never being around. But with you never being around, it's a really good time for us to have a baby. Now, that point I agree with. How you want us to have a baby and you always the fuck working. I hope you don't think I'm just going to be in this motherfucker being a stay-at-home wife and just taking care of this baby by myself. Now, that I can agree with Quad on. But at the same token, he then hit her with, if we decide to have this baby, I'm going to rearrange my life to accommodate you and this child and our relationship. So she gotta shit or either get off the pot at this point. I really think that Greg is one of the men that envisioned himself having a traditional marriage where the wife is at home cooking, cleaning, taking care of the family, and having the children, and he goes out and fetches the bacon. That's what I think he wanted for their marriage, and Quad never wanted that, but she misled him. Heavenly opted not to wear blue to Mariah's little dinner, which I felt was ignorant and silly, but that's Heavenly old ignorant ass. So Toya tells Heavenly what Janice said and that she was shocked. And I'm like, I thought Janice supposed to be your homegirl, you somebody you've been knowing. Toya is just fake as fuck. Heavenly says she don't know why women are always insecure about her. Okay, girl. Mariah's party decor is everything. It is fab. Now, this is how you throw a party, Lisa Nicole. I mean, fresh flowers flown the fuck in, a party planner, chef baby, candles, twinkling lights. It was just stunning. Yes, Mariah, that's why they're mad, bitch. Stay fucking mad, hoes. So, Mariah says, when Heavenly shows up in black, she says, you don't have to keep wearing black. You can wear blue now. You lost like 150 pounds, honey. Girl, I died when she said that shit in her motherfucking commentary. So Quad's dress was perfection. I was like, yes, give us body, bitch. Mariah wants Quad to, though, pull her wig down just a little bit, just a tad. It's like, bitch, you can't talk about nobody, Mariah, with them storm eye contacts in your damn eye. Take them shitty ass contacts out your eye, ma'am. They look atrocious, bitch. You was giving us X-Men realness. So Mariah starts talking and giving a speech to everybody, and then Tori doing it. And I'm like, see, Toya, that was unnecessary. It was rude as fuck. It was just silly. Why is you disrespecting this woman in her house when she's trying to be nice to you all, when she's trying to mend fences and, build a friendship between y'all, and you steady being petty and acting stupid and shit, you stupid ass bitch. And if I was Mariah, I would have told your ass, get the fuck about my house right then and there. So Toya says that, she felt awkward when she received the text message from Mariah inviting her to the house and that she act like nothing ever happened. Well, what the fuck was she supposed to say? Bitch, yeah, that argument we had a year ago. Yeah, bitch, y'all starting the fuck over. Shut the fuck up. Mariah says nothing we went through last year was that deep. I agree. Choir brings up the last time she saw Mariah, how Mariah said she was trying to squeeze out tears. Bitch, you was trying to squeeze out tears. That was the fakest cry I've ever seen in my life. You was being very fake and phony, Quiet. Shut the fuck up and sit down. So Toya pulls out a bottle of Patron, being ghetto. Heavenly asks should she bless the table, and Mariah says no. Toya brings up what Janice said at the table, and Heavenly apologized off the rip and said that she complimented on her being a mother to 6 kids, even though they all ain't hers. Shade once again. Janice says the comment you made was rude, disrespectful, and arrogant. Janice says it's an honor to build an empire next to her husband. Bitch. Toya in her commentary says, yes, Janice, you better read Heavenly. She gonna be talking to you any kind of way. Fake ass shit. Janice says the question she asked about the kid's mom was inappropriate, which it was. Heavenly says, in your opinion. Heavenly says, you talk to her before you talk to me. That's a simple weak ass. That's a simple weak bitch that does that type of stuff. Now, see, when you call a woman a bitch, that means you ain't got no other read. And that was some old that was an easy read that Heavenly tried to pull on Janice because she knew that she was getting read up and down by Janice. So she had to pull the bitch card out, which really didn't mean shit. And Janice said, did you just call me a bitch? You are so belligerent. Heavenly says, you're so beneath me. Why are you so insecure? Janice stands up and says, what do I have to be insecure about? Do you see this? You look like Grandma Hilda with that techie ass dress you have. And Heavenly looked like she wanted to start crying because it was true. She gives us grandma realness. Quiet tells Heavenly, you're a good person, but your delivery and approach is fucking horrible and you come across abrasive. Heavenly tells Quiet, you take things too far yourself, Miss Girl, so you can't talk about nobody. Heavenly then apologizes to Janice for calling her a bitch, and then the episode goes off. I can't stand Heavenly. I can't stand Toya. Quiet